Okay, I think I got it now. Every time you go live, it's like, is it working? I think I'm working now. Hi, everyone. It's Tiffany here. Welcome to today's live workshop or healing session. And I know that it takes a few minutes for people to join in. If you're here, let me know. You're here, say hi, put down an emoji, anchor your energy into this grid, and let's bring in some light together and work your magic together today. So we're here today. The topic of our workshop is Crystalline Light Codes Healing with Mother Kuan Yin. So those of you that have been working with Mother Kuan Yin before, you know that she's such a beautiful ascended master. In different cultures and different practices, people describe her in different ways. So you know me, I'm flexible like a rubber band. So if you work with her, that is more in a religious way, completely fine. If you work with her in a more spiritual way like I do, that's fine too. So that's just what I wanted to share before we start. That as we go through the guided practice today, if there's wordings, things that you want to customize for yourself, you're more than welcome to do it. So always honor your sovereignty as a channeler. And welcoming everyone. Yay, it's working. Hi, everybody. Hi, Elise. Hi, Lee. Hi, Black. Hi, Bodhi. Hi, Lars. Hi, Dan. Hi, Liz. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Kat. Yay, lots of people joining in. It's going to be fun today. So, yeah. Oh, my hair is a little messy. That's what happens when you have a newborn. But that's authentic right here. So we're just going to wait for people to join in a little bit because I'm not tech savvy either. So people might need to find a few minutes to join in. So while we're doing that, let's see. Where's everyone joining in from? Let's see how the grid is for today. And if you're a new viewer, just know that watching this in a replay would still work because when you're doing healing, it's multidimensional. It's beyond time, beyond space, beyond distance. So that's why past life healing works, your future self, healing your past self, right? In a way, if you're doing a past life regression now to heal yourself, it is your future self going to the past to heal yourself in the past. It's really trippy. Okay, we have Denmark, we have Poland, we have New York. I'm in Canada. Yes, crazy, crazy time in Canada right now. Some of you would have known. So. California, South Africa, and Spain, northern Utah. Nice. I love Utah. I love the mountains. South Korea, Washington State, India, Hong Kong. Hi, Teresa. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Oh, beautiful. Ontario, US, British Columbia. Indonesia, Ottawa, Alabama. Wow, we have such a beautiful grid. Oh my God, that's amazing. So yeah, before we dive in, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. Just a little bit explaining the techniques and the teachings there. So new channelers or new meditators can kind of get a flow of what to expect. And expect maybe not the right word, but at least get an idea of where we're flowing to. And let's see. So now, starting now, if you're joining in, if there's a certain healing request that you would like to focus with Mother Kuan Yin, right, set that intention now. And if you would like me to give you a shout out, you can also put it in the comment section too. And you don't need to share details if you don't want to. Just say emotional body healing or throat chakra healing, right? Just so that we can bring into a collective positive intention, amplify your intention with you for this healing. We've done this before in other lives. So if you are more quiet into yourself, you can just kind of, say it within your heart and marinate it in your heart while we're doing the meditation today. Yes, it can be physical, it can be a specific organ. I know that there's a few clients I have in mind that I'm setting the intention for some healing. Won't mention name. Am I allowed to mention names? Maybe. But one of them is going through a very tough time in and out of the hospital. So if you're watching, we're here, all bringing positive vibe for you. And I have a few other people that is healing from COVID, other from on the other side, healing from the side effects, the word that you can't say nowadays. So those people also, it's in my mind. And yeah. And who else would want to shout out? And let's see. So Liz, continue heart healing and expansion. We'll bring the intention for Lee, past life trauma healing, and Shruti for love trauma life healing. And Nas, love healing and love to all Canadian patriots. Seymour, we have healing for solar plexus, fear, and PTSD healing. And Crystalline, earth clearing etheric body from the UK. Lars, okay, so regeneration from these symptoms, ascension or clearing symptoms. GM, clear limiting beliefs regarding your gifts, talents, and abilities. Open to be your authentic self. Oh, that's beautiful. Diana, digestive issues, liver, asthma, third eye healing, strengthening intuition. Carly, we send love to you, Carly. Brother passing, the grief is cutting. Oh, yes, yeah. A lot of people is transitioning lately, so we'll send you some love there too. And Mary, peace in Ukraine and Russia and the rest of the world. Any soul star alignment and throat chakra opening. And Suita, physical body and heart chakra. Awesome. Okay, so we've set all those intentions for all these people that are setting the intention for this healing today. We'll all go together, we'll all connect with Mother Kuan Yin for our own healing and for the collective. And yes, clearing, hi Galaxy, clearing of the root chakra. It seems like we have everything covered, each of us is bringing an intention. And so, yeah, okay, wonderful. All right, so haven't done this in a while. I'm a little rusty, but stay with me. So crystalline light code is, for those of you that need visualization, right, or is training your clairvoyance, crystalline energy kind of looks like this in the third eye. It's kind of like a crystal, but through the third eye, you see a bit more, it's like more translucent. There's a bit more of that rainbow spectrum that get reflected from the crystalline light codes. So ever since the start of this year, I've been guided to work with sapphire light codes, that dark bluish color light codes. And lately, just starting, I think in the last few days, I've been guided to work with crystalline light codes. So it looks like this in my third eye. And whenever it comes in, it just looks like pure specks of like diamond light infusing into the light body. And my guidance for my practice moving forward from the spiritual team is really upgrading our chakras into a light body. And I mentioned this in our last live, that there's many reasons for this. Is an evolution of yourself, right? Each of your chakra is a level of your consciousness, a level of reality. It's correlated to a certain parts of your body, certain layers of your brain. So instead of us focusing on each chakra at a time, which is essential in the beginning of our journey, right? But as you practice and as you get to explore and heal each chakra, you get to a certain tipping point where you're able to now harmonize all of these chakras into a diamond light body. So this diamond light body is a white light body. Sometimes in certain people, you can kind of see the progression of their light body activation. And some people, let's do a spectrum, right? You can see all of the chakras very clearly. And then as they do more spiritual work or light body work, you start to see some of them kind of merge together. Maybe the green and the blue start to harmonize a little bit more. The way they speak is more connected to the heart, right? And then the more they heal and connect their throat chakra, when they speak their truth, it's a very nice balance of wisdom and heart. There's a time when we learn to heal our chakras, especially when you've been suppressed a lot. In the beginning, when you're healing, you might go too much one way or the other. Sometimes you may say things that hurt other people, and you're like, I'm just speaking my truth. But then it like hurts other people, right? That's when the throat chakra is still learning how to balance between the wisdom and then the heart. So once that evolution happens in a person, you start to feel this energy flowing a lot more easier. And then so on and so forth, the next stage or the next level or next layer, they start to have more harmonization of the body. Then you will start to see more rainbow colors around them. And then around these rainbow colors, when they start working with this a little bit more, it's synthesized into a white diamond light body. So it's pretty more complicated than that. I just summarized it. But that's kind of where we're heading as a group. And you can see this in the collective. If you would just look into what's happening now, a lot of people is going through this evolution of the throat chakra. On the shadow side, right, we are mass. And the other side, there are people like standing up and demanding the truth. Right? We want truth, we want justice. And let's be honest, what's happening in the world, both sides has casualty. Whether you believe in COVID or you believe in this is an agenda, right, with the boop. Either way, we have lost people, we have suffered, right, in the hands of a common denominator. And it's the elites, right? So we need to come into an evolutionary point to say, okay, we're all collectively going through this light and shadow side of our throat chakra evolution. And we're going up now, reaching the third eye. And remember when you went through your spiritual awakening, it was like crazy. Right? You're like, what's reality? You get confused. And that's what's happening now in the collective. People don't know what to believe anymore. And I myself is not excluded from that. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Why is it so confusing? There's so many narratives. Like, why can't we just have the truth? So it's like, come on, just give us the truth. So we're going through this evolution. And then when we reach, right, the third eye, the purple, when you start to integrate that into your light body, you realize that none of this really matter. In a way it does, but in a way it also doesn't, because you just gotta do your own inner work and serve with light and speak your truth when you have to, stand up for people when you have to. But at the end of the day, all these little intels and narratives, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's still trapping us in the matrix. It's when we come into a sovereign being and we say, Q, Trump, life force, whatever, I have been in that too. I was like, yeah, I changed the world. And then I realized, no, I gotta be the one to be sovereign and change the world. So detaching from all of that and then refocusing on what I do best, which is to serve others. So if you're also in that state of mind thinking the confusion, come back in this moment with us, right? Refocus with Mother Kuan Yin and serve with your gifts, with your light. And each of you can do it. Each of you can go out and guide a meditation, right, to the people around you. And some of you are artists, some of you are musicians, right? Uplift the vibration of this planet. And there's no division right? There's another thing that we need to realize when we work with the crystalline energy is, again, each chakra, we each has our beliefs, right? In each chakra, the core values in each chakra. And so when we come together, we can just honor each other's differences, right? Doesn't matter if some of us watching now believe in reptilians, some of us don't believe in reptilians. We can still honor and agree to disagree, but we have to come together and graduate together on the individual level, and then thus galactically together as a collective. And the crystalline light codes helps us do that, right? Of course, there's the mental work that we do, right? There's the emotional work that we do, inner child work, shadow work, right? We have affirmations, we have changing our limited beliefs, we have the physical side, right? Getting our physical body detox. But it's a spiritual side that these codes are coming in with these portals to help us. And what's really sad is it's not taught or it's not shared in mainstream media. Can you imagine if we grew up learning about energy, learning about light codes, learning about all these things? It would be a much better place for sure. There would be less suffering, less trauma for sure. So I want to thank each one of you that is joining in right now. Whether you're going to watch the whole thing or not, it doesn't matter to me, because it's your intention of even being interested in these type of knowledge, right? To help others, to empower yourself. That's most important. And Mother Kuan Yin can see that, right? The little things that you do, all your thoughts, they're all recorded in the Akashic records, right? So I want to take a moment to reflect that back to you. I might not know you in person. I might not have seen you or sat next to you, but I know we're in the same field. And if we're in the same field, we're soul families. So that's what we want to acknowledge. So we're going to work with this crystalline light codes for your body, right? Any holes in your aura, we might not be able to cure everything, but we'll be able to at least give you a nice boost. This is like spiritual booster juice. So we'll be bringing forth that. And I also had some offering for us too for Mother Kuan Yin. So for the new viewers, sorry for the old viewers, it's like repeating, but it's a nice review. When we work with source or like higher dimensional energy or send a master like Mother Kuan Yin, even a lot of cultures, we are taught to have an energy exchange, right? If you're receiving blessings and healing from source, it's only honorable to return something back. And because we live in the physical world, we can return something physical. So what I do is I make like some offerings of like jasmine flower, rose petal, lavender, and calendula flowers. And what I usually do is, you might be able to see, I use this like as an offering dish, and I put a little bit in the offering dish before I do a practice. And at the end, I go outside and I sprinkle it in the park. And the little fairies in their little fairy realms is going to help us, disperse the energies, right, for Mother Earth. So this is also one thing. Why do we want to offer back to Mother Kuan Yin is because think about when someone, right, when you give something to someone, it feels really good, right? And then the more grateful that person is, the more you're inclined to give to that person, right? The more grateful the person is, you're like, oh, wow, this person is so grateful. I'm going to do more stuff for this person, right? But if the person is not grateful, then you kind of like, yeah, I'm a giving person, but it doesn't feel like equal, right? So we want to just have that energy exchange back, and it keeps us humble. It keeps us in our heart. So that's the reason for that. And the other thing we want to acknowledge today is protection. So protection out of love. Like last time in our video, a lot of people was like, oh, we don't need protection. If you don't have those like shadow beliefs, that's great. But given me, I'm not perfect. I have had some shadows. So sometimes I still feel like I need protection. And when you do this work every day, and it's important to do protection, but the key is you do it out of love, right? You're like, I love this body, I love myself, I love this person, and we're going to be surrounded with divine protection, right? That feels very good. But when we are protecting ourselves out of fear, like, oh my God, something bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna, I need to protect myself. Like, that is a frantic energy. So then it's not the same type of protection we're invoking. So that's the difference. And that's the reason why I always like to invoke protection. And just so that I don't sound like some teenage mom's like, use protection. it's it's spiritually actually very important because a lot of you would have noticed or have learned that sometimes when you don't do protection, you can get psychic attacked after your meditation practice. And so very, very important, envelop yourself with a protection of love. So I think that's all I have to share today, and we're ready for the practice. Sorry, I'm talking so much, but I needed to get those things across for like newer viewers, because then sometimes they do things and I kind of think, oh, I already told people you need to do this. There's a little mismatch there. Let me catch up on the comment section to see if there's any questions that I might have missed. Sorry about that. Just Oh, exercise your free will. Okay, so some people say the Ascended Master is reptilian. Again, it's to your own, each of your own practice. You don't need to be here if you don't want to, just do your own thing. You can just work with source. And if you don't resonate with Kuan Yin, you don't need to be here, my sweet. So, I mean, so, not sweet. Different word. Okay. And all right, I think I've answered the question pretty good. All right. So let us come into a practice together, and we will practice. If you don't want to connect with Kuan Yin, you can connect with the divine feminine part of yourself, which is the divine yin of yourself. Again, customize the practice to your own beliefs and sovereignty. So let us begin today's guided meditation. Dear Source, dear beautiful energy of the universe, dear the vibration of love, of light, healing, and ascension, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. I acknowledge that the greater power of the soul is within me. I allow myself to connect to the pure light that is within my consciousness. I embrace and embody my higher consciousness, my higher self, and I love and appreciate my connection to Source through my every breath. Take a deep breath in, channelers. Exhale. We set the intention to practice connecting with pure light, energy today. We embody within our heart the beautiful light of the divine feminine, the yin within ourselves. I set my intention today to connect with the crystalline light codes for my light body ascension. We wish to heal and purify. As appropriately, we come forth in humility and humbleness and compassion for one another. Divine Mother Kuan Yin, thank you for guiding us, supporting us. Thank you for bringing forth the archetype of forgiveness, mercy, and compassion. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And on your next in-breath, channelers or meditators, take a moment to ground to Mother Earth. I like to visualize myself like a tree rooting down to Gaia. And slowly begin to bring forth awareness into your heart. And in this space of love and gratitude, set your protection of love. I love my body. I love my heart. I love my mind. And as you say this, as you connect with your body, if you're going through healing or grief, it might feel a little uncomfortable. It doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It's just the body feeling that you are acknowledging it. So if you're feeling the pain or the grief, the heartbreak, you're doing okay. Just breathe in with us and exhale. I allow this. I accept it. It's part of this life's experience. Breathe in, allow and cradle those pain, those tightness, or grief, like a baby, like a puppy or a kitten with so much love. It's only through this embracing that you can allow the healing to occur at a deeper level. Say, come here, pain, come here, tightness. Yes, those judgmental thoughts towards myself, all of that. As you breathe in, allow this vibration of compassion, forgiveness towards the pain that is causing you, giving you headaches, so annoying, but you have compassion towards that pain. I understand. Deep breaths in, allow, accept. And another deep breath in. You might start to feel the shift. Those of you that are very sensitive to collective energy, do you feel this peace right now? It's less resistance, it's more a peaceful, quiet stillness. We're not rejecting any pain. We're not rejecting the parts that gives us pain. There's this acknowledgement. And on your next in-breath, let us connect to Source. Pure Source energy. And through Source, we also invite the highest, most loving frequency of Mother Kuan Yin, Divine Mother. She teaches us to have compassion within ourselves, to have compassion to those parts that might not agree with one another. Maybe one side of yourself wants to go out there, wants to share your gifts, and the other side like, no, it's not safe. Let's hide. There's this internal tug of war. And it drives you crazy some days. And it's okay to laugh a little. So interesting, so funny. But in this present moment, because of this compassion, the two of them feels very harmonious. We need both. Sometimes this aspect helps, sometimes the other side helps more. You are a dynamic being. Not one side is better than the other, light and shadow merging as one. And forgiveness, oh, forgiveness. Isn't it so hard to forgive yourself sometimes? Place your hand on the parts of your body that feels tight, it gives you trouble. And forgive that body. I forgive you. Yes, you bug me sometimes. And I'm sure my thoughts and beliefs is causing this too. I'm going to forgive that part of myself as well. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then you can move your healing hands to the next part of your body. Again, forgiving. This year, a lot of karma is coming up for completion. Sometimes some old memories, old versions of yourself might pop up in your head. You might be in guilt or shame, questioning yourself. Why did I say that? Or why didn't I do that? Or why did this happen? Did I do something wrong? Should I have said something else? And all those little triggers, the little sharp pain that you feel from these past versions of yourself. Just take a deep breath in. In the light of your consciousness, forgive those parts. I'm not who I was before. I have learned. I have realized. I have observed. I have evolved. The shame, this guilt is just holding me back. The stubborn part of myself that holds on to this as a self-punishment. I forgive that part too. Deep breath in and exhale. Let it go. Have mercy on yourself. Be gentle on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Chances are no one else is blaming you for the past versions of yourself. Release yourself from suffering, punishment. Why be so hard on yourself? Exhale. Let it go. And through Source now, we connect with pure crystalline light codes, beautiful white diamonds sparkling down from Source, enveloping you like beautiful little snowflakes. And these beautiful sparks of light landing in your body, exactly falling into where it needs to be. Maybe your back, maybe your stomach, maybe your heart or your brain. This is between you and Source. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments so you can just feel this energy with Source. Empower yourself, channelers. Ask for Source to heal, regenerate the parts of you. Remember who you are. From the darkness of the water and the mud, like a beautiful lotus flower, you emerge. From the water, this water of healing, reach for the light. This water, your emotions, your subconscious, all these beliefs, values. Yes, we need them all. But through it all now, even for one moment, come with us to this higher state of being. It is really, truly who you are. Emerge from the water. Let the light shine upon you. Receive that light. Absorb that light from Source. You might feel, new meditators, some tingling, or sometimes some people feel warmth. Everyone works with energy differently. Learn what it's like when you work with energy. For me, it's tingling. And breathe. The breath helps you bridge the spiritual and the physical. Breathe in light. I'm reminding you now, you're worthy of this light unconditionally. As appropriately guided by your higher self, you absorb as much as you can. Bring in this light, bring in this state of being. And exhale, as the light comes in, all these light codes falling into your light body, push out the old density, all the old heaviness, like releasing a curtain. Now, for those of you that are clear cognizant or clear sentient that don't see a lot, use your healing hands to help you brush those areas of your body that you feel the energy is releasing. Okay, if it gets too intense, just breathe and say, okay, let's slow it down a little bit. And you feel this moment right here, this moment here. We reach another tipping point. Stillness, very quiet. Within this moment, feel within your body beautiful lotus flowers like crystals blossoming. As this beautiful crystal lotus opens, your higher self speaks to you. Your higher self reminds you what you need to know, the deep truth within yourself. And in this state of consciousness, reflecting what the divine feminine, Mother Goddess Kuan Yin, her as an energy, as a consciousness, what does she reflect within you? If you were to look into a mirror and see this goddess, or see that divine feminine energy within yourself, what do you remember? Do you remember the beauty of your face? Do you remember the beauty of your voice? And together in this moment, each of us is a beautiful lotus, each bringing forth your own wisdom to humanity. Let us take a moment to honor each other. I see you. Yes. I see you. I see you too. I honor you. Yes. And in this moment, we ask for Source to bathe us in a wave of healing energy. And as you bring forth and embody this consciousness, intentionally bring it into your physical body. My physical body shining with beautiful crystalline light. And those of you that are really in tune, the areas that may be a little darker, needs a little bit more light, tap on it a little, wake up that part. Hey liver, or hey heart. And each tap, it's like a pepper shaker. You're bringing more of that light into the area of your body. And then go to your emotional body. Hey, my emotional body, you might be hurting, you might be grieving. Let's shine with this light. Lots of light. And then go to your mental body. Hey, mental body. It's okay. I'm not perfect. Nothing is perfect all the time. Whatever that you struggle with, that's okay. Maybe after this practice, we'll still not be perfect. But that's the beauty of this. And I allow that. I experience that. I learn from it. Then bring in this light into your mental body. And then your spiritual body. Hey, my spiritual body. Thank you for connecting with Source, with the Divine Feminine, with Mother Kuan Yin today. Thank you for doing this work, raising the vibration, collectively, individually. I am so grateful. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Goddess Energy of the Universe. Thank you, Mother Kuan Yin. Thank you to the Kuan Yin consciousness within myself. Thank you for reflecting, reminding me what is already within. And to close our practice today, we slowly bring our awareness back to the physical body, ground back to Mother Earth. And we say thank you to the Philo Lightworkers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for practicing together. And soulfully, energetically disconnect yourself. Back into your own container, your own room. Wake up the body, maybe shake the hands a little or stretch a little. And slowly opening up your eyes when you feel ready. Wonderful. Take your time. That was, I think, half an hour practice, everyone. So if you have not practiced like me today, you can be like, yay, I did half an hour practice with my fellow light workers. High five. So very, very beautiful. Thank you so much for doing this work with each other. It's an effort. I'm just holding space, to bring this energy in, but it's a collective effort. And Source is going to know that. And when we do acts of service like this, which is unconditional, right? We're not asking for money. We are not asking for anything in return. It's gaining virtue for your soul. So virtue will really help release like density, release karmic energies. So just know that this is really, really, really a blessing for us to come together. And thanks, everyone. I hope that you enjoy this practice, and you can rewatch it if you want sometimes, if you feel this resonate, or you can just take the technique and then modify in your own practice, right? So here's the offering on our behalf to Source. Thank you, Source. Thank you for ensuring the internet works. And thank you for bringing us together in this beautiful setting. And let's see, hopefully everyone feels a little bit more light. If you feel a little bit more joy and I feel a little bit more centered. And hopefully you have some laughs with me too, being silly and things, you know. Sometimes people think being spiritual means you have to be very serious, like a guru, and be very neutral. I'm like, yeah, it's possible if you live in the mountain, but if you live in the real world, it's not always possible to be 100% neutral, right? Have some fun, giggle a little, right? And at the end of the day, laughter is more powerful than anything. It's like the movie. What is that movie? The Disney movie, The Monster Inc. or something? When they figure out the laughter of children was much more powerful than their fears, right? So our laughter is very, very important. So thanks for being silly with me and embracing and accepting my silliness too. But when we get down to business, we get down to business, you know? So awesome. Any question? I know Disney is not good. I know those movies are all programmed, and I understand, but it's just conversation. So no questions. We're good. So thanks for sharing all your light, everyone. Next time we'll do some practice again with each other. I am starting the next round of light language training because a lot of people have been asking me about it. Those of you that are new, light language is a form of expression. So just like someone when they channeling and they dance the energy out, other people sing it out or play it through an instrument. Light language is another form of your expression. It can be used for throat chakra healing. It can be used for, direct healing, incorporating into, let's say, an energy practice, or simply just as a form of offering. So light language is quite flexible, and I really liked it when I activated it because it didn't take too much rules. Like you don't need to be super open with your third eye. You don't need to see everything. You can be clairsentient. You can be claircognizant. And you can have any type of clairsent, and be able to work with light language. So those of you that have been asking, I'm going to start it in March. I haven't set all the dates yet, but once I do, I will probably send out an email or post it in my social media. You can go to my website if you are interested to learn more, to let me know, hey, I want to learn more info about it, or let me know when you launch this course so you can learn more about it. Private sessions will start next month because I don't have a babysitter yet. So that is kind of slow. But we'll do the light language first. And then those of you that have been waiting for private sessions, thanks for your patience. But then again, you don't really need me. I'm just there to support you, right? So divine timing. When the timing is right, the session is going to happen. So trust in that as well. What else? I think that's all I have to say. So thank you so much again, everyone. I hope that you had fun on this meditation, and we'll see you in the next one. Yes, happy 222. There's a lot of events coming up. So I know one of them is Eldora and Saman. They have one. There's another group, light workers, that have one. So celebrate that portal. Bring in this light energy with you and go and work your magic. Bye, everyone.